Well, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name's John Wright. I'm sitting here having a moment thinking to myself, you know, we could do better. If we knew better, we could do better. I've got my DB Cooper book over there. It's right in the window where anybody can see it. I enjoy the fact that I have nice looking law enforcement officers' cars coming past the place and looking at whatever they look at here now. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself how, you know, it don't take much to trigger me. And like yesterday when my brother-in-law come over, he ended up giving me some coffee. I'm drinking it right now, by the way, and I made it nice and strong. And it's Folgers, and just because it's in the red can don't mean it's a bad product. But I tell you the truth, I used to drink Folgers. But you know what coffee I think is really better, and I don't care if it came in what color can. It's the Maxwell House brand, and it looks so rich and stuff, and so does Folgers. But I don't know. Maybe I just prefer it because it tastes good to the last drop. I don't know if that's Folgers, thing or mine, or Folgers or Maxwell House, but somebody has that good to the last drop thing. But between Folgers and Maxwell House, if I was going to have a stand-by-stand contest, and I'm one guy who would do it too, I'd put this coffee and that coffee right in the bowling alley, and I'd run it against Boyd's Coffee, by the way, because that was Herb's brand, and I tell you what, Boyd's Coffee in the Pacific Northwest is excellent coffee. So if you want good coffee in the Pacific Northwest, you know, I'm a connoisseur. Instant coffee is not good coffee, and it's not good for your system. It's not good for your butthole, and it'll make you have hemorrhoids. So if you're having a problem with your hemorrhoids and stuff, it might be, if you're on instant coffee, it might not be good for you. And I'll tell you what, I'm like the proctologist. I would know these things. So saying that and that alone this morning, and we're at only 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so we got 75% of the time at least or more. So anyway, my brother-in-law, I love him, and I've cut over. I know that we're playing this game of checkers and chess, and it's so terrible that I feel, I love my family members. I mean, even Jerry, Jerry, there's things that you've done, and I owe you some bill pops in the fucking face and some knots on your fucking head. And I deserve to kick you fucking and break your ribs and your arms and your legs. And well, it's just going to be one of those things like Stan Hoyt did to you, Jerry. He left you in bed motionless for 10 days at least. If this guy, Jerry Wright, had to piss, he had to piss in a fucking urinal, you know? He had to take a crap. He had to crawl across the hallway into the bathroom. I mean, Stan Hoyt really did a number on my brother Jerry just when he got him fucking knocked down, laid down. He stomped on him after he was down. And I know for a fact, where he got it, how he got it and stuff. And you know what? Nobody would stop it because the goddamn guy deserved it. They deserved it. And this here was happening before Terry Shortridge and the calm down of the town by murdering that boy on my bed. The things that I'm saying. There was all a build up to that final, we have to kill somebody to make this happen, and they used that boy, Terry Lance Shortridge, on my bed to do it. I didn't know it was connected to things. I gotta go flip my steak. I got a steak cooking this morning for breakfast. turn this down. This steak's going to actually turn out really good this one, so I'm having steak and coffee and vegetables for breakfast. You know, and what I found to all this, and I didn't mean to interrupt or anything, but I'm just a normal John here. You know, I might play a song for you. I play songs and stuff for people that come by here all the time, you know, and I play right off. I just play along with the music, but everybody has to watch. Well, they don't have to watch anything. But I'm right here playing music next to the road with these party lights on and stuff each and every night of the week. And I'm right here, and it's very enjoyable to watch people calm down, because now they drive slow around here, and the neighborhood's not harassing each other. And wouldn't that be nice to have across the United States of America? Wouldn't that be something that was very pleasurable? That you get up and your neighbor's not so bitter that they're running their lawnmower near your house and bothering you when you're in asleep? How about this? Does your neighbors know that there's noise ordinances? And you know it. You're not causing the noise and stuff, but you notice, Jesus Christ, there's somebody over there and they're making so much noise. When people lives over there, what's happening at their house shouldn't affect your heart in your home. You know, it's like the guy that lives across over here. If he wants to turn something on that sounds like a very loud vacuum cleaner constantly, when I walk outside, he sees me moving out here, he clicks something on, you know, this is what he's doing, and it's causing goddamn problem. And he's been, I'm not doing nothing to you, like James Rowland would do, just like Mr. Trump would do and all that. We're not doing nothing to you, bullshit. Well, we're not doing nothing to you anymore either. There's somebody riding by on a bicycle. Nice to see somebody safely driving along the street, and the car's not racing past them. You know, these pedestrians, they have rights. Matter of fact, not just those pedestrians have rights, but over on this side of the ditch, I've got rights too, because that pedestrian shouldn't be over here on my property. But I'll tell you another thing about that pedestrian, because he's alongside that road. If he decided he needed to get off that road, he'd get off that road and lay on at least 7 feet on this here side of that, an easement. And there's nothing really I could say about it being him in a state of he needed to. You know, I might go out there and say, are you okay? I mean, that would be nice as an American. Are you okay? Are you having a moment? Because people, when they're having a moment, and I've talked to Ernie about this the other day right outside here, I said, if you notice, I said, all of a sudden, I started hearing sirens. And the sirens went off at the top of the fucking hill. And the fire truck went right by, and I said, you see that, Ernie? I said, you know why their horns aren't blaring? Because I told them to knock this goddamn shit off, because just because little Joey's fucking house is burning over there doesn't mean they're allowed to come up and down the road here. And if my wife falls off the ladder, I'm going to be goddamn pissed, and I'm going to sue them. Do you understand? They don't have the right. And, you know, I have to explain things to Ernie, because sometimes he just is so passive that he thinks that it's okay that all this shit's happening around. And I said, look, I said, they're not having noise. That guy over there don't want to have noise no more. These people don't want to have noise. You know, it's really part of that. I said, you know, I come forward. I said, you know, I'm asking Freeport Gold for $21 million, and his just face drops. I said, you know why I'm going directly to Freeport Gold and telling them that they owe me this amount of money? This is a nice target to be. This is a good place to be at. Because why? It's a fraction of what they would have to pay me. You know, they could drag it on for years, I guess. It's already gone on for years. They might just want to, you know, like that. I said, Ernie, I said, by the way, I said, per instance around here, I said, over there, that bowling alley in Centralia, Washington, $1.5 million I've been ripped off. 20 years of fun and enjoyment, $21 million. You know, and I could say, and I told him, I said, I could think of a number of things where right there, and by the way, when I say 7, 14, 21, 7 feet like 7 feet, 14 feet, 21, you know what? If you got a tax laws that's such like that, you would have this country absolutely flying. And I'll tell you why. Because even the people that was in here, you know what? These here cops, they're used to getting 20%. They're getting 20%. They're leaning on people for 20%. You know, you cops want 20%. Hey, you know what? How about 10? How about 10% for running security around your local communities and towns and stuff and doing your job properly and getting actually 10%? You know, I mean, I could see how that could work out into something that might be pretty interesting for everyone. Because we already know that there's cops that's on the take. Cops that's on the take. Hey, man, you know, Donald Trump says he's a goddamn good negotiator. He ain't negotiating out crap. These here people that was doing this orchestration stuff in Lewis County and stuff, they were having meetings up here in Thurston County as a group. And my real estate agent, Robert Clifton Kling, is dead. Okay? And he thought he was really smart by putting our assets in a company called Touch of Savvy. Well, Touch of Savvy, and he was going along with all these sort of people, and this group of people they can help him get this bowling alley and stuff and all this, and all of a sudden this is going disarray and wrong. Well, I walked out of the goddamn deal, especially when they started threatening me. On my birthday, they wrote in the bowling alley across every fucking monitor, "Happy birthday, John Wright." And my birthday's right there across every one of the monitors in the bowling alley. And then my mom and my real estate agent comes through the door of that bowling alley, and why these two are walking together, I goddamn don't know. You know, within 10 days after that, they forced me out of that business deal. And then, you know, I mean, they ended up losing it 2.5 years later because they started filing another bankruptcy thing. And, you know, they learned this goddamn shit from me. And how did I learn it? It was obvious that these guys needed to stop a lawsuit from happening. It's like Donald Trump. If you want to stop every goddamn lawsuit, you just file a bankruptcy, Mr. Trump. I mean, that's what I would do. And then I'd just zip it and I'd fucking run my goddamn fucking campaign. But you guys already goddamn blew it because you're a cult. And that was a cult that these guys were meeting up here in Lewis County and Thurston County. And this is part of this whole D.B. Cooper scam, too, by the way. And James L. Rowland, my attorney right there, Cooper's Point, Cooper up there on Cooper's Point, Harrison, and Plymouth, like Plymouth Rock. This is about the overthrow of the United States of America, and it's a cult thing, and the Republican rats are involved in it. Good morning, America. My name's John Wright, and they're not, and I work for America every day. I'm just telling you the truth. I was a Republican. I supported Trump. Now I don't. This here's my son's, by the way, and he got ran off. He left this for me. Dad, it's red. Like my son, like my dad left me his big car, big red. It's the Republican Party, you guys. I'll tell you about my dad's car. His dad got his car. I got my dad's car. Pretty interesting. Thank you very much this morning. My name's John Wright. Thank you for your time this morning. Have a great day.